Testimony in the case of a suspended Buena Vista Township police officer accused of murder. Ken Bluew is charged with killing his alleged mistress, who was pregnant with his son. Thanks for joining us this noon. I'm Aisha Howard. Let's get straight to TV5's Liz Gilardi. She is live outside of the courthouse in Saginaw County. She's been on this case since the very beginning. Liz, what's going on inside the courtroom today?
Aisha, the jury heard some of the most telling testimony so far in this trial. They heard from Sean Waterman, who is the acting Buena Vista Township police chief, and he talked about the moment this case went from a suicide to a homicide investigation. We are now in day 3 of the trial against Ken Bluew. He is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Jenny Webb. Bluew, a suspended police officer with Buena Vista Township. On the witness stand, Waterman talked about being at that scene. He remembered going through Webb's cell phone, realizing she called Bluew twice earlier that night. Bluew also had called her once. Waterman says he questioned Bluew about the phone calls. He says Bluew told him that he knew Webb for about 10 years. They talked from time to time, and that night he called her to check on her. But it wasn't until Waterman went to Webb's house, her mom and dad's house, and notified the family of her death. That's when he realized this might not be a suicide.
Well, based on the information they'd given me, it did not match the suicide note. And with the fact that they indicated that Officer Bluew was the father of the child and that she was going to meet him that night, I realized at that point that there was more to this scene than I originally assumed.
By the time Waterman realized this might not be a suicide, Webb's body had already been removed, her car already been towed away. So coming up at 5, you'll hear more from his testimony. Also on the stand this morning, someone from Saginaw County 911. He talked about that period of time that Bluew could not be reached by Central Dispatch. We'll have all that for you tonight. Reporting live and local in Saginaw, Liz Gilardi, WNEM TV5.
All right, thank you, Liz. Now, if you want up-to-the-minute updates on all the courtroom action, follow our tweets. If you do not have a Twitter account, just go to WNEM.com and click on the Ken Bluew story. We are following the case gavel to gavel. We will have much more starting tonight at 5.